Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Dominique from the Pixie Planner. Today I'm going to be showing you a little peek into my new gratitude journal. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that I posted a picture of this little beauty not too long ago, and I asked if you would be interested in seeing a little flip through and a little bit more info on what I'm doing with it. And I got a lot of you guys interested, and I was super excited about it because I really wanted to show you this. So this is a Passport Travelers Company notebook. I've had this for about 2 years, and I've been in and out of it using for either a wallet or an on-the-go planner. And I just absolutely love the size and the feel. The leather itself is just a wonderful, wonderful leather, and it just feels really great in my hands. And it's been really wonderful as a wallet as well when I've used it in the past. So I wanted to, show it some love again. I brought it out, and about 2 weeks ago, I started using it as my wallet. And then, of course, because I'm obsessed with YouTube, I was watching Michelle from Seaweed Kisses because I'm just infatuated with her setups that she has. And I'll link her below, and also the video that prompted me to test this out as a gratitude journal as well. One of her recent videos, she shared her setup of her passport that she's using as a gratitude journal, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And it was just absolute perfect timing for me to have watched that video because the past couple months have been on a really just great quest to change my mindset and improve my life through improving my thoughts. I am someone who deals with a lot of anxiety, and I actually recently came off my medication that I was on to help control my anxiety. And I did so because I didn't want to have to rely on substance for it. The side effects are just crappy. And if you know anything about side effects that you can get from those type of medications, then you know what I mean. And so I said to myself, you know what? There's got to be another way. There's just got to be something natural. And so I've been doing tons of research on positive mindset, manifestation, affirmations, and I came across Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he is an author, a motivational speaker, and his research is just absolutely mind-blowing and so fascinating for how our thoughts really impact our lives overall, and how, we become what we think. And if we ever want to change our lives for the better, we need to start by changing our thoughts. And dealing with anxiety, of course, there's a lot of negative thoughts that can run through my mind, and then it can just spiral out of control from there. So I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos on his seminars, and also I'm looking into some of his books, and I'm just really, really impressed with him. He takes such a complex area and makes it so much easier to understand. He breaks it down into layman's terms, and when it comes to the brain and our minds, it's overload confusing. And I'm a science background individual, and I love, love, love seeing the research and studies behind these type of areas. So the mix of me trying to find something to work for myself and my love for pen and paper, I decided to put this beauty together as my good things journal. It is also my wallet So I decided to do the combo because I always have my wallet on hand, and that allows me to have that constant reminder of practicing gratitude. And it just is something that I absolutely need because I'm an individual where if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So every time I grab for this, I'm going to think, you know what? Let's put some pen to paper, write down what am I grateful for today? What is the highlight that happened today? Something stand out or something that I am just thankful for. So on the outside here, I will just kind of point out I have a charm tied to the end of the bookmark, and it's just a little coffee cup. And I got this years and years ago from an Etsy shop. I know it's Alaska something. I will try to find her and see if she still has the Etsy shop. I've gotten a few of her charms and I just really think they're adorable. So I tied this coffee cup onto the bookmark, and then I have a gold kind of bulldog clip here that I got a long time ago off of Amazon. And I've seen a ton of these on Amazon, and they're very, very easy to come across. I also have been using my Pilot Metropolitan fountain pen in here, and I just absolutely love the way it writes. I have the extra fine point, and it's just perfect for the tiny space that is in this passport. So I always have my Pilot Metropolitan fountain pen on hand as well. So let me just open her up, and we'll start in the front here. I have on the left-hand side a card that I put together, and it's one of these Project Me, Project something cards. I've just had a ton of these that I was not using, and I figured, okay, let me do something with it. And I came across a quote from Buddha: "What you think you become, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create." And this just hits home for me right now. It reminds me of what my goal is with what I'm trying to accomplish in this change of mindset, and how I'm just trying to better myself as an individual and help myself through the anxieties that I can get or experience. So I love that this, right as I open my notebook here, this is the first thing that I see, and this is going to be a constant reminder at just how powerful my thoughts really are. And then I added here, today is full of possibilities, and give out what you most want to come back. These phrases are from this little book here from Tim Holz. I picked this up at Joann's quite a while ago. They still have these there, but it's just a bunch of small phrases here, and they have it in white and black stickers. And I just love it. It's just so fun to kind of scatter this throughout my journals and have extra little reminders and kind of positive affirmations that I can glance at throughout the day. So I keep this right at the front again, so I can see that as soon as I open up my notebook here. And then this is my clear pocket folder from Traveler's Company, and this wraps around all of my inserts. So the front area here I'm using just to keep a hold of my receipts because I do track my spending. And then I have a picture here. It's not the best quality. It's from my zip printer. It's of my husband and our dog Maggie when she was alive. We unfortunately lost her a couple months ago, and it just brings me a lot of joy to have a picture of the two of them here in the front of my my wallet here. So on the other side, I have just covering up my debit and credit card, my library and Target cards there. So this is where I keep all of the cards on hand. And the first notebook is titled Good Things. And this is a undated weekly insert from Traveler's Company. I originally had it set up for the new year because I was going to use it as a on-the-go planner. So I just have it dated here or titled here in the front, but never did anything with it, as you can tell. And then the first couple of pages here is when I was using it as an on-the-go planner. And then I had stopped, and this is where I pick up with my kind of gratitude and good memories that happen for each day. So in the front here, just to kind of explain where I got these stickers, I absolutely love the farmhouse sticker book from the Happy Planner. So I use these couple ones from this sticker book, and a couple other ones that you'll see in my setup is also from this sticker book. And again, love the reminder here, live every day with intention, and happiness depends on ourselves. So in this first insert, I am keeping track of, obviously, good things that happen a day, but what I want to make sure to do is not just focus on one thing that I'm grateful for or highlighting throughout the day. I want to focus on everything and anything that I really was blessed with that day. So in this notebook, I'm kind of going into a little bit more detail about specific events. And like, for example, here, for the weekend, my husband was out of town. So I had just a very nice quiet Friday. I was able to catch up on some tasks that I'd been procrastinating on. And it really just made me feel good, especially because I get a lot of anxiety when things are disorganized or, I don't even know. A messy house gives me anxiety. So I just kind of made note of what it was that I did that evening that was just making me feel so great. And it was as simple as scrubbing the kitchen sink and clearing out the cabinets. And spent some time with my family. And then Sunday was wonderful because I just took my book to one of my favorite restaurants that's on the water, and I sat on the deck, had mimosas, and read my book. It was glorious. I loved it so much. But this is, again, a blank insert, and this is where I'm going to just be keeping some of those highlights from each of my days. So blank all throughout. And then we get to my second insert, which is inside of the craft folder from the Traveler's Company. So I have the craft folder and then that second insert right in there. So this craft folder I had put together in the beginning of the year with just some random stickers I had and washi tape. And my absolute favorite part about my new system here is probably this card that I set up and or this card that I had put together. I was on Google and I was just looking up some quotes on, obviously, positivity. I was looking up affirmations, kind of daily prayers, and I came across this positivity pledge, and it just was everything that I was looking for. And so what I did was go onto Canva, and I picked out this background. I typed in the quote, printed it up on my computer or on my printer. I cut it to size to fit this journaling card, and it's just, I love the watercolor design of it so much, and I glued it on here. So it says, I shall no longer allow negative thoughts or feelings drain me of my energy. Instead, I shall focus on all the good that is in my life. I will think it, feel it, and speak it. By doing so, I will send out positive energy into the world, and I shall be grateful for all the wonderful things it will attract into my life. Now, I read this aloud to myself every single day. And this is where my day starts. I started off with a strong, powerful, positive thought. And this is something that I absolutely love having in my setup here. And even throughout the day, I will read it and it just gives me all the warm fuzzies. And again, I'm on this quest to change my mindset and to fight my way out of these negative thoughts that I can sometimes carry with me because of past experiences or excuses. So I'm tired of excuses. I'm not going to allow it to overpower me. And this is going to be something that is going to be really helpful for me in this journey that I'm on. So I keep this in the front pocket here of the craft folder. And then we have my calendar. And this is also from that Happy Planner sticker book. I have just a sticky note here from Peanuts Planner Co. And this is if I happen to not have my planner or my phone on hand and I need to write down a date and event, I've got somewhere that I can do that without it affecting the space that I have designated for my highlights. So my calendar is going to be my daily highlights. And again, because I started using this as a planner, I have January here, February, March, didn't use it, and then I still had it dated for like April, May, June. So I just took some washi tape and stickers and went over the areas that I had already dated, so that way I'm repurposing it. So in my calendar here, this is where I'm keeping track of the major highlights of my day. So I have here just little quick blurbs of what went on. And like I mentioned, I don't want to be limiting myself to just space for one event that happened. So like, for example, Saturday, I did dog training at the local shelter. Is a dog walker training course, actually. So that way I'm now able to volunteer and walk dogs. I did so today, and it was so glorious. It was a beautiful day, and it was just so wonderful to be able to let some of these dogs out and, be in nature. I hate seeing them in these kennels, but with that aside, the highlight of Saturday was my dog training, but I also had pardon me for the sniffles if you're hearing them. My nose is running for some reason. But I also had just a wonderful evening with my mom and her husband. I went to their house for dinner, and it was so great to spend some time with them. So I made more detail on that in my weekly section. So I'm really just kind of making sure, let me get back to my space. There we go. I'm making sure that this is going to be an area where I can just kind of open up to the month, take a look and see like the really big standout events. These will be more of like the big events that happen, and in this section will be all the extra small events or blessings that had occurred during the day. So I'm really loving this whole idea. And again, when I was watching Michelle from Seaweed Kisses, she is doing something extremely similar, and I love it. I love the way she had it set up. And this is just something that is going to be so wonderful for me to incorporate as well. So I have the rest of it blank, and I'm just going to continue through the months with that. And it's going to be just so nice at the end of the year to look back at each of these months I filled out and to have those memories come to mind. In the back pocket here, I just have another journaling card that says, "Life is like riding a bicycle. You don't fall off unless you stop pedaling." And it's blank in the back. So if I happen to come across another wonderful quote that just makes my heart happy, I have somewhere that I can write it. And so that is the calendar section. Oh, clip those two together. Let's just do, there we go. It's always a struggle, isn't it? So that's the calendar section. And then we get into my notes. Now, I had started off the year using this book as a random notes, kind of a collections type of thing. And what I'm going to be using this for is notes on the different things that I'm researching as I'm going through my journey of, I don't know, self-discovery, self-improvement, if you want to call it. So I had mentioned to you Dr. Joe Dispenza is an individual who I'm really, really enjoying the lectures of. And so I made notes here from when I first discovered him a few weeks ago. And I love this. Your personality creates your personal reality. And this is what he really focuses on. And the studies and research that he's done is just absolutely fascinating. And so he talks about how, you know, if we want to change our lives, we need to start by changing our personalities, our thoughts, our habits. And this is another great one. To change is to be greater than your environment. And so I am just really enjoying all of his research and all of his seminars that are available to watch on YouTube, and I've been really watching a lot of that. And I have marked here, noted here, a couple of his books that I want to look into purchasing or at least grabbing on Audible. So this notebook is going to be for really any of the little notes that I want to take while trying to learn more about how to change my mindset, or, you know, working on manifestation, affirmations, quotes that I come across that really speak to me. That's all going to go in this section of the notes. And I do have clipped here the first few pages because I was using it for like YouTube ideas, for researching things further. I've got notes on the fly lady method for my cleaning system. So a lot of random stuff there, but I want to have it more focused on my notes for personal development moving forward. And so that being the last insert, this is the back of the zipper pocket, and I just have my CPR card, I have some stamps, I have some cards of my husband, and a medication card that I had put together in case of an emergency, so someone will know what medication I'm on and any allergies. And yeah, so that is my beautiful setup here. It makes me so happy. I love, again, that it's my wallet and good things journal combo, so I have that constant reminder of to keep my eyes open for all the good that comes into my life each and every day, and to acknowledge it, to write it down, so that way I can look back on it and realize just how much I have to be thankful for, and to keep me moving in the right direction. So I hope you guys enjoyed a look at my setup. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I will try to make note of all the little items that I have here, as long as I can find the shops online. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate you all so very much, and I'll see you again soon in my next video. Bye.